Kia ora, I'm Elvie and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's video will be a sketchbook tour. This one, it took from I think the 11th of February to the, let's look at the final date in here, the 3rd of March. So pretty quick. I was very uninspired with this paper. I found it very difficult to work with, so I was really rushing through trying to get it over and done with because, yeah, did not enjoy using it. This is the Sea White of Brighton. I've used this paper before in a small format. I don't know what's changed in the last year since I've used it. Maybe it's my preference, but yeah, this time around I didn't enjoy it, which is a shame because it's quite affordable paper. But anyway, let's get into the paintings. The first few, so these ones, some of my friends did. We went to a few cafes and we had like a Galentine's event, and they did some paintings with well, I did my daily drawing and stuff. So this one is a different girl from the other paintings, and then these ones are all the same girl. And then this is my painting from the little get together as well of the table spread, which was very cute. The next day I went to Porto in Portugal, and this is a cafe I went to. It had this beautiful table looking out over the view of the river. So yeah, I tried to paint that. This is the next day with another walk along the river, but I was on the other side this time, close to the beach, and had this beautiful view of some of the houses as it slowly moved into the city, all glass, and then some of the tables outside. And I quite like this spread. We've got a really delicious chocolate. It was pineapple flavoured chocolate, and it's quite nostalgic to me. It reminds me of pineapple lumps in New Zealand, and I haven't had those in like, well, not years, but months. And yeah, it's very much reminding me of home, so I had to paint it. This is one of the main bridges in Porto. I painted and had a very good seagull here posing for me. It had been raining quite a bit, so the river was quite high and quite brown, but yeah, still really lovely to paint. Moving on, we've got this one just from a cafe before I caught the bus up to Santiago de Compostela. So yeah, and it just had this table decoration. Then we've got this one, which is a coffee I had in Santiago, and lots of random things on the side. A Biscoff cookie, sugar, chocolate, all sorts. And then this, oh sorry, I missed one. We've got a cat from Porto. That was very cute, but this is very rushed. And then this is on the flight to Madrid, on my way back home. We've got a doodle spread and some more doodle spreads. These are just made up in my mind, just kind of mucking around. This is a perfume I bought. It smells really nice, and this one actually, I quite like the painting of it. And then this one is monochromatic, so it's just the one colour, and it is quite nice, of the Santiago airport, because it was very like grey as the clouds were kind of coming in. This is a coffee I had in Spain. This was one of my favourite coffees of the trip, and yeah, it was really pretty to paint as well. And then this is on a walk I did in Spain. I had my bright pink umbrella because it was raining a lot, and I thought it would be quite fun to put that in the setting of very grey, kind of dreary trees that I was walking through. Beautiful walk though. This is a tram from Santiago. This is kind of at the airport. I had a lot of free time to kind of paint, and so I sketched it out, and then I ended up painting it later as well. But it was a very cool tram. and this is one of my friends. She was holding this kind of caterpillar cake that they've got here in Britain, and then a glass of wine as well. Moving on. This is a painting I did at the Hatch Cafe. So they bought a painting from me. Well, they had it. I gave them a painting of mine a while ago, and now I've got free coffees there. And so I did a painting there, got a coffee, and my friend ended up joining as well, which was lovely. This is on the way to Liverpool. It was in Bridham. I had an hour between my buses, and this was quite a cool countertop here. And then some flowers starting to bloom on the trees. I believe these are magnolia flowers. A friend up in Liverpool, she decided to do a painting, and then I did a coffee cup as well. This is one of the views in Liverpool over the river and onto the other side there. It's really pretty, and I quite like the simplicity of this painting. It's not overly complicated, but it still looks really cool. This is just at a cafe on the other side of the river. I believe it was called Milk and Honey Cafe, yeah. And yeah, it was quite a lovely cafe, and I quite like how bright this plant ended up looking. And then I was very bored at the bus stop waiting for my bus, and so I asked what should I paint to a few people, and one of them said a F1 car, so here we are. It took forever, hence you get a little bit of a close-up. And this is a windmill that I saw in Liverpool, very beautiful, and I think it was run down, but it was really pretty. And then a random photo that I painted from online. A friend of mine did a few paintings, cookies, a cup of hot chocolate. Yeah, so a cup of hot chocolate. This one is a photo I took in Bordeaux of the sun setting as I was walking back. Got some blobs of the Schminker Hoardem paints that I bought. They were fun bubbles to do. And then a water bottle, a camera, and some more doodles. These are more Schminker. And then these are photos I took ages ago from Bristol, and I finally decided to paint them. This is a bench from Liverpool, and I quite like the thick lines for it, and in contrast with this very bright, like warm doodle spread here. I've got some flowers, very pretty. I quite like the purple stripes. And then a dog that joined us, like a big group of us on a walk together, so I decided to paint him. Very cute dog. Another doodle spread. And then this one was kind of interesting. I did the background color first, and then over top I did the line work for the house, and then I kind of added some very light washes of grey to kind of build up the shadow for the house. This one is probably one of my favorites from the book. It's got a couple oyster catchers down here, some interesting rock work here, but this is from Dunedin, just a photo that I really loved. And then the last one is just a landscape from Arrowtown. Kind of rushed it, but I was just happy to have the book done. So very quick book tour this time around, but overall it's got a few gems in here, but I'm excited. I've been using cotton paper again and a different format, and it's been a nice change of pace. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this was fun, and see you guys in the next one.